everyone, this is going to be a quick video doing some adjustment to the stock on my N-PAP. The adjustment that has to be done is right here. As you can see, there's this bit of wood sticking up. Big deal, I'm just going to take the stock off and file that down. This video though is going to be over the course of weeks, maybe months, adjusting the stock to exactly what I need. So without further ado, I'm going to file that down and then show you what it looks like. As you can see, I filed that down right there, so no more overhang. But I'm going to be addressing this stock right now because this here has what's called the Yugo cheek slap. So with the stock on here, if you're trying to shoulder this and shoot it properly, every time you shoot this, it's like the stock is hitting you right in the face. And it hurts quite a bit, right in the cheekbone. So I'm going to take this stock off, grind this down, and then we'll see how it looks from there. So now as you can see, the high comb is gone. This wood is exposed the same as it was here, but I'm not worried about that right now. I'm going to be refinishing this stock when I'm done modifying it. Now with the stock like that, it's much easier to get a good sight picture now. So next I'm going to take the overhang off of right here. There's a bit of overhang there around both sides right here, and still a little bit right here that I was leaving until I was closer to being done, but now I'm going to get that. So as you can see now, the stock and the pistol grip is pretty much done. I finished the shaping and rounding and everything else that needed to be done, and I refinished it in cherry red. I also stained the grip the same color. I have another handguard on its way. It's going to be one that has rails and a heat shield on it, and it's going to be black. I was going to refinish this with just an oil, but as I was doing it, I just wasn't too happy with the color, which you will see right here. Now, if I had multiple AKs, I would definitely have one in that color, along with this color right here and walnut. But I only have one AK, so I'm going to make it the color I like the most, which is this color right here. So next we're going to change out this handguard and we'll see how it looks from there. So here it is with the new handguard. It is a Hogue overmold handguard. It required some minor fitting, but nothing too serious at all. I actually had to take a clip out of the old handguard that goes right around here and put that in there, so that way it holds nice and tight. And this one here does have attachments for rails. It may be hard to see, but right there and there, here and here, and then you can put one down here. I don't have any on it right now though, because I don't have really anything to put on there other than rail covers. But other than that, this is so far very nice. Of course, I will review this when I get more use on it. The kit I bought also came with this grip. Now I got the grip for, basically because of where I bought it from, $2. So that's a really good deal. I was just going to stick with the wood that I made, but I'm going to go back and forth depending on my mood probably between this one and the wood one. But I have to say, normally I'm not the biggest fan of finger grooved grips, but I like this grip. It fits the hand very well. The finger grooves fit to my fingers. Another thing this has that I really like is palm swells. As you can see, it's also, of course, got some texture so that it doesn't get slick, and the handguard has it too. And it's a good length grip too, and it's very hand-filling. So, next thing I'll be doing probably is attaching the sling attachment right here. But I can't wait to get this out to the range now to test this out. This is going to be awesome. So it's pretty much done now. As you can see, the sling loop is attached and the sling is on. This is that Hungarian leather sling. I might eventually replace this with a longer sling or maybe even make my own, because this one here is a little bit short. From what I read, Hungarian slings like this one right here are designed for underfolders, which obviously this one is not. So if this were the N-PAP with the underfolding stock, then it would probably work. This one here does work, it's just not as long as I would like. Yugoslavian slings would have a similar issue, because Yugo slings are designed to be attached up here and right here, even on the fixed stock models. And this one here is connected back here, just like a regular AK. As you can see, it's long enough for me to shoulder, but I wish this here was a little bit longer, just a few inches longer. I like the design of the Hungarian sling. It just looks cool. I ended up having to refinish the stock again, because when I attached this loop, I damaged the finish, which you will see here. I may have been able to fix that, but I wasn't going to try necessarily because I had plenty of this stain left, and it didn't take me that long to refinish this again. It only took me 2 days. So I just decided to redo it. And it still looks good, in my opinion. As you can see, another thing I did is I reshaped it right here. It was before going out more like that. I reshaped that. I also reshaped these holes, as you can see. This way they look cleaner. To do that, all I did was I used a Dremel tool with a routing bit. I did this because before this here was not a round circle. It was getting torn right there, and I decided that I wanted to make it look cleaner. So now I'm done customizing this gun. Eventually I'm going to attach a light to this gun. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't have the money for it, but eventually I'm going to get a light mount and put a light on this. And then pretty much that's going to be it. I might add some white paint to the front post just to make it easier, because I like when the front post has a contrasting color from the back. More than likely I'm going to use that glow-on paint just because I still have plenty of it left. I also got the little cover for right here, the little compartment door or grip plug, whatever you want to call it, for this Hogue grip. That way I can store a few things in here. And one other thing I did was I spray painted the Magpul magazine red. So as you can see, it doesn't match exactly, but I liked the idea of painting it red just because I figured it would look cool. And because some Russian magazines actually, they're not red, but they are various different colors. When I painted this, I ended up leaving up here black for the contrast, but also because when the magazine is inserted, I didn't want the paint getting up in the action or anything like that. Plus, you know, I just think it kind of looks cool to have that part black there with the rest of it red. I painted the ribs right here, as you can see, all the way up to here. And I left the base plate black, just because, once again, I just thought that it looked cool having this part black and that part black. Another nice thing about doing this is because now if I want to use this right here, I can just basically take a knife and scratch in the squares the number that this one is. Now, this is a good thing to do in my opinion, as I said. Also, the nice thing about painting it like this is if you're training outside and this goes in the grass or whatever, it's easy to see this color across green or black. The black, of course, would be much harder to find in the grass or other places like that. Another thing I ended up doing was I took one of the surplus magazines, and the finish was coming off and it was rusting. So at first I just took the finish off completely, which I thought looked really cool. It looked different from the rest, and I'll show you how that looked right here. But it started tarnishing and it looked like it was getting some rust. I didn't like that, so I spray painted that magazine with engine paint. As you can see, this is the black gloss. I was really hoping that it would come out more of a flat black. As you can see between the two, this is the one I painted. This is a surplus one. It does look different. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I will be doing a review on this pistol grip and this handguard when I get enough use on it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'll see you in the next video. See ya!